So today we're gonna up plant some sage. Get out of here. So that's what we're gonna do today. Let's get to it. Hello everyone, this is Jamerica 5288. I hope you're having a great day. So today I have some plants out here that have been suffering outside and I need to get them into planters. These are butternut squash and there's some burnt tips on them, but we're gonna try to get them together, put them in, keep them inside until it cools off out there. Maybe in, I don't know, 30 days. Look at my poor cabbage that has to be replanted. Some of them are troopers, they're hanging in there, but a lot of them have died off because of, first of all, they were leggy, and second of all, they couldn't withstand the Texas sun. So we're gonna get our butternut squash. Butternut is a strong plant. We're gonna get our butternut squash repotted, okay? So here we are. Let's get to it. So here I am sitting with my dog who is panting like he's about to pass out. If he goes upstairs, oh, he knows I'm talking about him. If he goes upstairs, he could cool off, but he chooses to be down here with me because he loves me so. Oh, girl, I love you so. Never, ever, ever wanna let you go. So I have these butternut squash here that I need to get up planted because first of all, they've been suffering outside and I'm gonna keep them inside under the grow light with the rest of the seedlings that we're gonna be growing for fall. So here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Dogs are just looking at me like I'm crazy. Who is she talking to? That's one seedling pod filled. So these are little bitty, oh gosh, and this is gonna be hard. These don't pop up like the other ones. I'm gonna have to put my finger in there. I need to get a tool that takes pop seedlings out. Look at this, and this thing was becoming root mound. Come on out. Come on out. Just put it on the table. I have to clean this table anyway. So there's one butternut squash that is going to do a lot better in this pot than it's doing in here. It was growing through the bottom. So that means the roots, there wasn't enough room for the roots. And it was being stressed out by the sun. Look at all the burnt ends. Not proud of it, but they're still alive, so I'm going to use them. If your plants, if your seedlings don't look good, use them. Use them. Do not throw them out just because they're ugly. Ugly plants come back. Dead plants do not come back. So unless they are citrus trees, then they'll come back even if they look dead. So these butternut squash, I'm gonna use them. I got two in here. I'm gonna separate them. Take some of this soil out. Look at that root. Look at that root. Put them in a safe place. There we go. And cover it up. There we go, we got two done. Number 3. What's up, Chico? He's looking at me like, oh, they got those eyes, like those, you know, those Chinese cartoons where those cartoons have those big eyes. That's what this Chihuahua has. I always try, you know, he gets on my nerves sometimes, trust me, because he wants to be right up under me, and I'm not that kind of affectionate person. I'm like, you know, I'll pat the dog on the head and then tell him be gone. But Chihuahuas, man, they don't get it. He comes back. Just annoying sometimes. But I love him. I love him. So I let him. I try to be more affectionate towards him, even though it's not in my nature. I'm like, dude, get away from me. He's like a hot little Cheeto. He conducts heat. He's nothing but a little furnace. a little furnace. I don't mind in the wintertime, but he is hot. And Chihuahuas, they like heat. I like heat too. So we're kind of similar in some ways. I like heat, but he'll sit in the sun. He'll lay out in the sun and enjoy himself. Before it became 100+ degrees outside, I was putting him outside, letting him lay out in the sun. And he was quite happy. As a matter of fact, he did not want to come in a lot of the times. Trying to fighting to get this thing out. He did not want to come in. Right now, I can't put him out there. I put him out there with the chickens sometimes. But he looks like a little lost puppy, giving me that sad look, so I bring him back in. But if I sit on the couch, man, he's right up under me. And I'm like I pick him up and I throw him to the other side of the couch. You know, not like a football, but like lovingly toss him to the other side. He comes back, and it's like a ping pong. Tossing him to the other side, and he runs back. He thinks it's a game. He thinks we're playing. I'm not playing. I don't want him near me because he's hot. Little Cheeto looking self, right? Anyway, I got 4 down. I don't mean to burden you with my Chihuahua problems. Should call him Pepe Le Pew, not Pepe Le Pew. It was a hello, my chérie. I never took French, so I don't know how to speak French, but I could try. My chérie, let me sit up under you. Oh, you're such a good master. Let me sit right next to me. I always want to be next to you. That's what I envision him saying. It's a trip. You might be saying that about me. Don't you? And then I make this voice up with him. When I toss him, I could hear him say, I could envision him saying, I'm not going anywhere. I'm coming right back, because this is where I want to sit. I used to, and I'm not this, normally I don't let dogs in my bed or on my furniture, but with him, I let him start coming on the couch. I made a mistake. He should have been on the floor with the other dogs. Now you can't, once you start something with these dogs, you can't just stop them. Well, this one bit the dust, so there's only one in here. Let me pull that out. Maybe I can use that to jerry-rig the rest of them out. Jerry-rig the rest of the plant out. That one's gone. That one's gone. I'm just gonna put it out of its misery. And yeah, once you start something with these dogs, you can't just stop them because they don't understand. You gotta be consistent with the same thing over and over again. At nighttime, he goes in his cage though. He goes into his kennel on his blanket, and I don't even have to tell him to go in there anymore. The German Shepherds, they don't sleep in a kennel. They sleep on their beds. They've got pet beds. They sleep out in the hallway on pet beds. Half the time they don't sleep on those, but they're there. They are there for them to use. Get this. I'm gonna put this in here just in case I forget what you are. Okay, wow, I had 2. There's another one dead right here. There's another one dead right there. Is it dead? It looks dead. I'm gonna leave it alone. It might not be. It has a leaf that is still alive. Funny thing is, when I go shopping, and if I do buy a seedling, which is rare, I always look for the seedlings that have more than one plant in it. But if I'm planting them in their separate pods, I make sure I separate them and only allow one seedling to grow per, this is some roots hanging out, per seedling, pot. Because I know that they need their room for their roots to develop correctly. But if I'm buying them for $3, $4, $5, I don't know how much they cost now, but they're expensive. I know that. I looked at a couple of them, glanced at them because I wasn't really interested. I already had my seedlings planted, but I noticed that the price has doubled, tripled in some cases. And so when I buy them, that's how I rationalize it. I say, okay, this watermelon plant is $1.79, but there are 3 of them in here. So I'm getting a value. It's not really $1.79 because there's more than one plant in here. And I can't get this one out. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You be like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much. And long as love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't keep my eyes off of you. I'm not trying to sing, I'm just playing around. All right, so I got 4 more. Yeah, 4 more. I'm breaking a sweat. I'm gonna go upstairs in a minute. Four more. And these cabbage, I gotta replant them because they look terrible. Terrible. Cabbage are one of, so I guess I could direct sow them. I'm sorry I wasted so much seed though. That's what I'm upset about. They just frazzled up. I did it too soon. All right, there's a lot of butternut, but we'll see. We'll see what the fall does. Fall crops in Texas, in my experience, do better. Fall lasts longer than spring. Spring is short in Texas. Fall lasts for a long time, which is a good thing because then you get to make up for lost time. That's why I always try to encourage people to go ahead and plant. Go ahead and plant, for, you know, in the summer for fall. Because you'll probably get a better harvest in fall. At least in Texas you will. Okay, I got 2 more. Hands all muddy. Floor's dirty. Oh. Can't have it all. A woman's work is never done. I should say a gardener's work is never done. Gardener's work is never done. Man, I feel like I'm hurting them. I'm probably not going to use this tray again. It's too rigid. I can't pop them up like I do with the other ones. And these 2, here we go. I got them apart. They're intertwined. Put that down. And cover it up. Here we are. All right, we got 1 more. What's up, Butternut? Yeah. I know. That's not the song. I feel so bad for the chickens. They're out there. The chicks are out there. Everybody's out there and they're right next to where the water is, next to the door. As if to say, save me. It's so hot. I put some watermelon out there for them. And they like that. Give them some kind of enjoyment because they're suffering. They are super hot. The only kind of chicken that likes heat are chicks. Chicks, you got to keep them warm. You got to keep it in the 90s or higher, or they'll die on you. But after they pass that chick phase, oh, they don't like that heat. They do not like it. So here we go. All of our butternut are done. So I am not going to touch the cabbage. That can stay there. What do I have here? I have blue squash. So let's move our butternut over to the side. 1, 2, 3. I have 3 blue squash. Perfect. I only have 3 pots left. So here's our butternut, which is way too many for me, but it'll be all right. Better. I don't know why I planted so many. I promised myself I wouldn't do this, but I like butternut, so maybe that's why. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 butternut squash right there. I have 4 blue squash. Last time I planted these, they didn't come up. I must have done something wrong because the germination rate was 75% this time. I planted 4 and I got 3 out of the 4 so far. All right, here we go. That's 1. 2. And that's 3. Okay, blue squash. I got these from Homestead Heart. I remember where I got these seeds. I remember. Oh, and look at that. Look at that. That's beautiful. That is a beautiful seedling right there. Now I gotta get it in here without destroying it. Take some of the dirt off the side. How about that? Uh-oh, don't break it, Jamaica. Come on. It's on the side. Scary. All right. Now we need to backfill it. Make sure we get it down there. That's the blue squash right there. That's 1. I need to mark them because they look just like the butternut. Okay, that's 1. Here's another one. They're dry. And I watered these things. That sun, man. That sun is wicked. Okay, knocked off some of the dirt. Get it in here. Ah, man. Shoot. All right, let's see. There we go. All right. Still too high. All right, let's see. That's better. That is way better. I smell it though. I must have kind of damaged it a little bit. Blue squash is, man, it's huge. And I made the dirt too high. Need room for water. Make sure you leave a little bit of room for water for it to pool on the top of the seedling. That's 2 done. Here's our last pot. Get that up. Shake a little bit of it loose. Okay. And put this down here. Uh-oh. Put this down here. Get that stick out. Uh-oh. And backfill it. I need to water it and then it'll settle. Make sure I get enough soil in here to accommodate the seedling. So, okay, there we go. What is this? Wait a minute. What is this? Zucchini. Zucchini didn't come up. Just one zucchini came up. And what is this? This is striped beans. Only one came up. Weird. Probably baked or they're still dormant. So this is what we're gonna do for today. We have our butternut squash here that we're gonna put in our tray, and I'll take you over there with me. And then we have our blue zucchini, which are right here, these three. So let's go to the other side, all right? Okay, here we go, the blue zucchini. 1, 2, and 3. And here's the butternut squash. I have to put one right here. I hope they all fit. I have to put another light here today. I'll see which one I'm gonna take. Perhaps I'll put these here. The best laid plans of mice and men often goes astray. Let's go ahead and do this. These blue squash are huge. They're huge and they're gonna take up a lot of valuable light. I need the light for all of the plants. Move these over. Running out of space. But I can make do. I can make it work. I can make it work. Just make sure I stay organized, and it'll all be okay. Sometimes you got to talk to yourself while you do these things, because you start wondering, how am I going to get all of this stuff done? How? And the more you talk to yourself, the easier it becomes. Make sure I put all my herbs together so I'll know that they're herbs. And then I'm going to move the butternut squash over here. They are not doing that well. Hopefully they do better. Butternut, 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 butternut. I have some on the side. I have to put some water on top of these also. Although there's water in the pan, I also need to, make sure they got enough water. So pour some water on top of them. I got 2 more. 1. Uh-oh. I lost track of Oh, is it this one? I hope it's this one. Nope, that's a butternut. Here it is. Jesus! All right. No, that's a butternut. So this is the blue zucchini. So 1, 2, 3 blue zucchini, and the rest of this is butternut. So I got everything in here. I'm going to get a glass of water and I'm going to water them from the top. There's already water on the bottom of this tray. I don't want the water to be extremely high. I just want it to be wet on the bottom of each of these little planters. This planter is full, so I might be able to put one more row of seedlings right here. We'll see. So, well, I'm done. I think I have a couple more to put in the ground, but I mean, not in the ground, in the seedling trays or in the seedling pots to pot from the seedlings. I have to replant the cabbage, and I might have to replant the beets. The cabbage is stringy, but I'm going to use some of them and put them in some like 3-tier planters and see if they'll grow. Cabbage are one of, so are beets. So, I'll see what I can do with the cabbage. I put it in the ground last time and the bugs ate it up. It grew, but it didn't do well because the bugs got to it before I could. I had to give it to the chickens. So today's planting is a success. Yay! We have a whole bunch of butternut and we have the blue zucchini right here, right here, right here. And I've already moved the lamp. See, there's 2 lamps on there now. So hopefully that's enough sunlight for them. UV rays for them. And I'll give my fiddly fig another UV lamp that I have on the other side of the house. I thank you guys for being with me. This is Jamerica 5288. Get it right, girl. And this is my upplanting of my seedlings. You all take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.